So I'm Pip Turner. I'm a senior consultant at K3 Consulting. I personally think that the biggest challenge my clients are facing at the moment are the realities around the war for talent that's going on at the moment. What that means for their business, what that means for their people, and what that means for the candidates that they're talking to. And this concept of the war on talent, it's not a new concept. The term was actually coined in 1997, so that's over 20 years ago now. And I think with the changes that we're facing in the business world at the moment, those complexities are only going to get more challenging and more complex when it comes to considering how we're going to be finding the right people, or the best people really, for our organizations. So what is happening and why? I think at the moment it's probably a combination of a number of factors, but primarily it's a combination right now of a skills gap in the market and also a talent shortage in the market. So at face value, what we're worrying about here is an ongoing gap in terms of skilled people in the market in really specialized skilled areas, but also a shortage of the right kind of talent to fill those skilled roles. The other factor that we need to consider alongside the skills gap and the talent shortage is the future of work. So at the moment, while we have all these rapid changes in innovation, we have automation, we have changes in our demographic, we have an aging workforce, we have concepts like the gig economy. We also have this issue where we don't actually know what the jobs of the future are going to look like. So if we don't know what the jobs are going to look like, then it does make it even harder to think about how we're going to fill those jobs and with what kind of people, or who the right kind of people are to fill those roles. So if we consider that the people who are graduating from university in the next couple of years, by the time they actually finish their degrees, most of the skills and the knowledge and the information they acquire during that time will actually be rendered obsolete. So that's going to make filling these roles in the future with the right kind of skilled candidates even more challenging. So really, rather than focusing on issues that we have around talent acquisition or any of these issues around the war on talent, what we should probably be focusing on first is thinking about how we create, or how your business would create, a compelling employee value proposition. So why would a talented, motivated, ambitious professional want to come and work for your organization specifically? So what does your culture look like? What are your values? Are they genuine? Does your business and do your people actually live those values? Do you have any flexible working policies? What are your leave policies looking like? And are those actually appealing to these potential candidates or potential employees that you consider to be the best fit for your business? So then what we want to focus on is how exactly we're actually going to go about recruiting those best fit or those right fit individuals. So what tools do you have at your disposal to make sure that you're asking these people the right questions once they're actually in front of you? So what psychometric assessments are you using? What ability assessments are you using? Are you using the right structured behavioral interview techniques? Just making sure that you're getting all of the information possible that you can in order to ask these people the right questions. So when they're in front of you, you know that you're getting the most accurate version of that person possible. So organizations need to be completely clear and completely on the same page around what that right person looks like. So what personality traits do they have? What preferences do they have? What emotions and feelings and values do they hold, and how well will that fit in with the current situation in your business? How well will that fit in with the culture and the values and the ethos you hold as an organization? And then finally, you need to start considering how you're actually going to start managing that talent once you've got it. So how are you going to help your employees learn how to learn in this current environment? So you can assess potential candidates' current learning agility from the outset, but what you really need to consider is how are you going to support their ongoing learning in this current environment. You need to give them the tools to ensure that they can learn new information on the job and then actually apply that new information in a real world context. So you essentially need to be completely clear on the kind of channels that you're using in order to bring these people in, and what that right person will look like when they're in front of you, how you're going to assess that, how you're going to measure that. And look, that's going to be different for every organization. Your idea of what's best or what's right for you will be different on a case-by-case basis. But your responsibility here is around making sure that you're hiring the right people, both for now to fill the gaps you currently have now, but thinking about the potential gaps that you might have in the future. And then once you've got those people, thinking about how you're going to develop them to continue filling any future gaps that might come up as the nature of work changes. It really is a bit of a mindset shift here. We need to move away from focusing entirely on any sort of problems around talent acquisition and start focusing more around how we're going to solve people problems at the source. So thinking about the people that you do have, the skills and the abilities that they currently possess, and how you're going to develop them in the future. So how you're going to help them develop, how you're going to manage that talent, and how you're going to make sure that the talent you do have and the talent you're going to acquire best suits your business for now and in the future. So that's just a quick summary of my ideas around effective talent management techniques and strategies and things we need to consider for talent acquisition for the future. If you want any more information or if there's something else you need to know, just feel free to get in touch with us at K3.